That honestly was the worst experience that I've ever had at a theme park. Um, I don't know where to begin. I mean, I just got back to the hotel. Um, to be honest, I was kind of fuming for a while. But now, I'm sitting here. I've got my thoughts. Got them gathered. And I will just say, I will never be returning to Orlando Universal Islands of Adventure. That was not worth it. Now, granted, my father was the one who paid for the tickets. My dad shelled out about $450 only for me not to be able to ride most of the rides. And getting to that, honestly, I feel like these rides, or maybe even Orlando Islands of Adventure, is, well, fat phobic. I never thought I'd use that word. I mean, because you mostly hear it from the left, which there's nothing wrong against that. But honestly, for the first time in my life, well, actually, no, I felt it several times. I felt discriminated against. And let me explain what I'm talking about. The first ride that we went to today, which was Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, one of the best rides in both parks. Well, I get there, I get separated with my family. There's another guy. I get up in the motorbike, and, well, as the line is moving, if you've ever ridden the ride, you all know it kind of has that conveyor belt. Well, I could not get my lap bar down, and it was right on the line. Like, it had already clicked a couple of times. Felt secure, but as all this was going on, one of the attendants said, push it down just a little bit more. I tried to, wouldn't go down anymore, wouldn't lock. He said you would have to get it down another, below the line, which again, that just didn't happen. And the first time, they gave me 3 express passes for my family. By the way, I never used them because I can't even use them because they use a similar test system on all their major rides. They use a similar system on the Velocicoaster. They use a similar test on the Forbidden Adventure, which is in the Hogwarts Castle. By the way, I got kicked out of that ride too because, again, the lap bar, which it clicked twice, like it was locked, but the attendant there said that it would have to be locked 2 more clicks. And as a result, well, I got kicked off the ride. And by the way, here are those 3 express passes that I never used. And I'm never going to use them because I'm never going back to Universal Islands of Adventure. And I'm kind of even thinking about just outright refusing to give Universal any of my money going forward. Just because I have been to several I've been to several parks across the United States. Some of those I will name Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, which, by the way, it just recently beat Disney. I've had no issues riding the Wild Eagle, which is about on par with the Velocicoaster. In fact, Wild Eagle was even one of the biggest roller coasters in the entire world. Never had an issue with that. Also, the Thunderhead, again, never had an issue with that ride. No issues with any other roller coasters at Dollywood. But also that includes Carowinds, which is both in North Carolina and South Carolina. They have some of the biggest roller coasters in the U.S. and even the world. Fahrenheit 360. I think it was Fahrenheit 360. I had no issue riding that. So And also, even Lake Winnepesaukah in Georgia, again, no issues, and that's an older park. So, in my opinion, why is it that a park which is supposed to be like top of the line, a part or a part of Universal, which is a multi-billion-dollar company, why do they have these rides that certain people can't ride? And let me show you all something. I am really not even that big. I'm sitting here in the hotel room. I mean, yes, I have a gut, but I've never had an issue. I mean, I look like about like the average guy, so why is this such an issue? And probably another big thing about mine, I am a vlogger, as you all can tell. I've been doing it for a very long time, about 5 years going on 6. Well, where was I going on with that? Oh yes, I've like this particular park, Islands of Adventure. It is, well, actually in Universal too. They are really the only parks that I've ever seen where you cannot film on a roller coaster. I don't get that, and I will say Islands of Adventure is about 30 years old at this point. There's not really a whole lot hidden. You can find it easily online. You can look up rides, what's going through. So I don't understand why a certain park or certain 2 parks are so hell-bent on keeping people from filming. The flagship in Hollywood, Universal Studios, they don't prohibit filming on any rides. You've also got, where was I going? Oh yes, you've got Universal, which doesn't prohibit it. You've got other surrounding parks, like the more, like Universal's rival, Disney, like Walt Disney World. Even though Disney has had its fair shares of ups and downs right now, they are still better in my book. Even with Universal trying to, there is no comparison. I mean, Universal feels like the bridesmaid, but never the bride. Like, it will never be as good as Disney. Disney, I got to film the rides, I got to have fun, I got to ride the rides, I got to ride all of them. But Islands of Adventure, they felt fat-phobic. They felt like it almost felt like you couldn't do anything, like it was some kind of political regime of some sort. And it's just absurd. And like, I just don't understand it. It's like, it's almost like they're trying to protect something it's impractical. There's nothing behind it. It's an old park, and I've heard stuff that you've got Epic Universe that is coming up. I kind of thought about doing that one, but even then, it's like these kind of videos that I make on theme parks and stuff, they don't do good to begin with anyway. I'm thinking, you know what, why don't I just let the vloggers that, have like 100K, 200K, that really don't give a crap about the smaller vloggers. And if you know who you are, you know who you are. I don't care what you say. You can be as nice as you want to be. But at the end of the day, there is something in your head that is wrong. And, but that's either here nor there. I'm never returning to Islands of Adventure. This was a waste of money. If you are someone that is like me, stocky, kind of fat, then don't waste your money. It was $150 a person, and only my father paid, like, my dad saved up a lot for this trip. And just the fact that you have a multi-billion-dollar company that can't have functional rides. Heck, even with Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, we waited 3 hours in line because it broke down. 3 hours. 3 hours. And even then, for me, even though my dad and sister got to ride it, I didn't, because the lap bar couldn't go all the way down. And I'm not like a big person. And it was just right at the line. And to top it all off, I kind of felt like it was insulting that you gave me 3 express passes that, you know, I can't even really use because I can't ride the big rides because you all can't make a functional ride. Which, by the way, I mean, I have like anxiety issues with obesity. I have a mental health issue, and it's like you all, Universal does not help with that by doing something like that. They need to fix that, because they're a multi-billion-dollar company. They should have rides that work. Otherwise, you know, they may as well just pack up and leave Orlando. But anyway, I'm getting off my stepping stool. I'm just overall just very frustrated. Remember, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care. Now y'all want to see some more awesome videos. And remember, don't give your money to Universal Islands of Adventure. And possibly don't give your money to Universal. Enough said. Peace out, y'all.